Welcome back to Good Morning LaLa, and we are live in Los Angeles with Talina Naviede. She is a fashionista, an influencer, and a television presenter hailing all the way from London. Good morning, gorgeous.
Morning.
You look so cool.
Oh,
so chic.
so
chic. You are the master of street style.
I do love street style.
So break it down. What are the rules for us if we're going to have this look, or at least attempt to be that cool?
Cool. Don't worry about that. I'd say kind of buy things from places that you wouldn't expect to find anything like the same. So basically vintage, obviously. It's like really good to buy from vintage stores. And I love going to like markets and things. Fairfax High School Market in LA is amazing, I've got to say, for like picking up little pieces. So I'd say get your main pieces from there and then get like simple things.
And look at your nails. Look, show the nails.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
yeah. Like everything's cool.
Like this.
Everything is cool.
Everything is chic.
I'm wondering though about the mood you get into or the intention you set when you shop, right? Because so many people, when they go shopping, they're looking for something, they're frustrated, they can't find what they want. You clearly don't have that problem.
True.
With me, like I don't think about the fact that I'm not like, oh, I'm going to buy this specific thing, unless I'm going to something and I need a new outfit or whatever. But it's more just like, I just go in and when I know, I know. If there's ever that point where you're just like, I'm not sure, don't get it.
Yes.
I agree.
You know,
agree.
you've got to
You gotta
have
say
the
hell
fiery
yes, right?
passion, you know?
Listen to that intuition.
Like when you start dating someone, if there's no fiery passion, out.
Thank you, Max.
Exactly.
Have you been that way about your career as well?
Yeah, I can only do things that I'm really, really passionate about. When I talk about what I like, I'm like really, and my parents are like, Talina, I'm like, I'm really sad about it. You know? So yeah, definitely with my career, like if I'm not 100% in it, I can't do it. Like before I sort of got into doing what I'm doing at the moment, I was doing fashion interning and I really enjoyed it. But I was just like, I can't sit here and do this desk job and when I've got all this creative stuff going on in my head. So yeah, 100%. Like I know what I want.
So tell us about that. Your YouTube, what can people expect if they go check you out and follow you on YouTube? Is that what you talk about? Just let them know for anyone who's watching.
So my YouTube channel is called YGSF TV, which stands for Your Guide to Street Fashion. But I am doing some rebranding at the moment because I don't want people to brand me just as like a fashion person because I'm now lifestyle. And so on my YouTube channel, if you go there, you'll see kind of all the interviews I do are with different creatives of all over the different industries, and I take people inside of their lives. I want to like educate my audience and teach them new things, and you know, I think it's all about collaborating and helping each other as well.
So who have been some of these recent exciting lifestyle interviews?
So when I was in New York, actually, I interviewed my good friend and actress Steph Dawson, who was on the Hunger Games, and she I just basically went and interviewed her and chatted about her career and everything like that. But I also like to talk about the mental health and things that come with creative industries. So she's one person I interviewed. I also interviewed an ex-Olympic gymnast, which was cool, kind of random, but that was cool.
Talk about mindset, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, you know, a young female gymnast starts from such a young age, being in the leotard at such a young age, training so hard. It is a lot about mindset. You have to be super focused. And I guess everyone I interview has that kind of very focused creative mindset, which is why I like to interview them.
What else have you noticed about the successful mindset of the folks that you interview?
I think that like if you have a mindset where you're not thinking about the kind of negatives and not thinking of the challenges as negatives, you're thinking, okay, I'm going to do this. I know I'm going to do this. So then you just go and do it, you know? And like that with me when I'm doing my interviews, I have to really know that I'm going to connect with the person so that it will be a successful interview. And generally the people that I interview, there's always like a good vibe and everything.
It's such a good point. I remember like studying athletes when I was young, just wanting to understand their mindset. And the one thing I noticed was there's no hesitation. In the star athletes, there's no hesitation. You throw them the ball, they're shooting it or they're not shooting it, but there's no hesitation about it. Yeah, it's pretty
if you
interesting.
want it, just go for it. Because if you could fail, you could fail. So you
Right.
failed, then you can do something else.
Life goes on.
But isn't that the kind of like the entrepreneur mindset? It seems like that's really what you love is people that are just up to things. And if we stop and hesitant and get real for a minute, just stifles the creativity, right?
Totally. For example, I'm now starting to do more radio and stuff like that. And I last night recorded my first podcast.
Yay!
Which is,
Congratulations.
thanks. And that was the thing. I was just like, oh, I want to do this podcast. Should I? Shouldn't I? And people just said to me, just do it. So I did it last night, and it was so much fun. And because I was nervous, because I'm used to being on camera as well as speaking and everything, but obviously a podcast, unless you record it, is voice. That's it. So I was thinking, oh my gosh, what am I if I run out of things to say? And that didn't happen.
What is your mission and your vision for the content you're creating?
My mission is to create a kind of collaborative group. I would love to eventually have my own show, much like this, to be honest, where I have, constantly filming stuff, constantly bringing people in, interviewing people, and creating content always, and growing my channel to become the level where it could become a TV show. Everything I film is always super high quality so that it can go on TV. So with my YouTube channel, that's where I want to go with it. But also, like I was saying, I love presenting, or hosting, as you guys say here, and interviewing people. So I don't want to just do my YouTube channel. I want to do other things, like I was saying, podcast, or collaborating with radio stations and all of that kind of thing. So I'm all about collaborating and creating content.
So in addition to yours truly, who else would be dream guest on your show?
Ooh. It took me a second, and I was like, oh yeah. Who would be my dream guest? Ooh. Okay, so there's two. One is a British model called Adjua Aboa. I don't know if you guys have. She's amazing. She's basically set up this this kind of brand called Girls Talk, which talks about a lot of like female mental health issues and that kind of thing, because she's been through a lot herself. And she's also a very unique looking model if you look her up. She has a lot to say. I've listened to her interviews, and she's not afraid to get deep, which I really appreciate because I'm the same. And it's cool if you're not comfortable opening up about certain things, but I am and she is, so that would be amazing to interview her. And then another person that I would love to interview is another like lady who presents on Radio 1 back in London, and she's just like generally presenting. She's called Maya Jama, and she just has from 16 has been working hard to get herself to where she is now, and she's got so much energy. And so I'd like to interview her because I guess she's super like-minded. And I'm not about interviewing, obviously it'd be cool to interview someone really big, but I'm more about the up-and-comings kind of thing, as opposed to the already has made it.
So I feel very confident that because this show goes out all over the world, that you're going to come back and report to us that you interviewed those folks.
Yeah,
not too long from now.
Law of attraction.
Yes,
You know?
Definitely.
send it out there. So tell everyone where they can find and follow you.
Okay, so on my YouTube channel, you can find me at YGSF TV. And then on Instagram, it's Talina Naviede, just my name. I recently rebranded a bit because before my Instagram was just about my YouTube channel, whereas now I'm doing lots of other things. So it's got to be more than that. So yeah, YGSF TV, Talina Naviede.
Well, I love your outfit because we match. So obviously, good stylists together. Just
Yeah,
kidding.
exactly. We know what we're doing.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you so
coming
much, guys.
in
It's so
and all
nice
your-
to
Thank
talk
you
to
so
you.
much.
We appreciate it. Stay tuned. We'll be back tomorrow. Good morning, LaLa.